Yo, what's up, guys? This is the NLTP Buperball, hosted by MrFruitzy. We got Q42 in here and Gramps commentating. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Gramps, you got a mic?
He is doing well.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys from Buperball.
Yeah, we got a pretty high matchup between Noah's Ark and Circular Logic. Circular Logic coming from the eighth, the AC, no, actually the sixth seed. Actually, they had to beat the Moneyballs and Black Flag and Nightwatch to get here. Nightwatch actually upsetting Red Hot Chili Peppers and Cream on the West Coast, and on the East Coast side, who do we got? 42.
So Noah's Ark took down Team Blockit and 21 Duke Street, or 22 Duke Street, and Soviet Ballers to get here.
Yeah, Noah's are coming for the fourth seed, so all of the top seeds are getting taken out pretty early in the playoffs season. So we got some team stats to look at before our stream starts right here. Hold on. Shoot. Oh, right here. Alright, we're going to start with Circular Logic. Hold on, let me link you this, Gramps. Shoot.
You got some nice stats here.
Alright,
And,
so
some serious players for Circular Logic. For a B team, that's a scary lineup if I'm the other team. Hey Bunny, Oddball 7, the co-captain actually. Hey Bunny, a free agent pickup, I think he's as well. Correct about that. Lead Crazy Jukes, known for Crazy Jukes. Big Bunny's been around for a long
Duh.
time. Got some good work he can put in for sure on offense.
yeah, the team doesn't really have that good of stats because there's also they do a lot of rotating. Besides
Yeah,
mostly
they did a
Hey.
ton of rotating this season. They were trying to figure out their best lineup. A lot of these players were picked up late through free agency, through a trade. They actually traded Oddball for me to Cream, which worked out for me pretty well. But it just took them a little bit of a while to get together. I think their A team, if they'd had a little more time also to get ready, everybody rotated through. This is a team that sort of went under the radar, but I like their chances today.
Got anything to add to that Q? You got anything to add to that Q42?
Nah, I think Graham said it well.
Yeah, I'm looking at the B team minutes right now, and I don't know. O'Cool didn't seem to be in here. I don't know what happened to him, but also Circular Logic does have Tinker Thomas and Red 5 under their belt as well. All right, let's go on Noah's Ark now. On the Noah's Ark side, we got starting with J Baby and Monster Offense. You want to go over this Q42?
Yeah, so J-Bay and Month have been tearing up the league pretty much. J-Bay leading B team with a super impressive 0.33 caps per minute. I believe he was a free agent pickup as well, and he's certainly helped their B team to get here and get through the playoffs at this point. Monza also, I think, putting on time on A team throughout the season, but also playing B team through the playoffs. And so I think that offensive pairing is going to be really, really strong. So we'll see how they match up against the Circular Logic defense.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem for the Circular Logic defense. It is a really good defense, but J-Bebe should be an A-team starter pretty much for any team in this league. Arguably maybe a minors guy. And Monson putting up some big numbers, playing A-team, B-team, wherever he's at. I don't know as much about their defenders, but those are not numbers to be coughed at, so I'm guessing they're very solid.
Yeah, Small Time Ball actually is actually the leader in on defense. He actually has he's 11th in returns. Small Time Ball is actually 11th in returns and 10th in prevent, which is really good.
Yeah, those are great numbers. I mean, if you can get both of your defenders be up on their DDS by over 9, their RPMs are pretty solid. Their PPMs are really solid too. Pups, not too. Those are actually solid pup numbers too. But JBB is 23% pup percentage is absolutely bonkers, along with that cap percentage. Those two things go hand in hand, but it's no surprise that he's just wrecking up. If he's against B level, teams, like that's just he's going to be the player to watch, I think, today.
Yeah, small top ball actually has the top minutes for B team, and rightfully so.
For sure. Do you guys have any bold predictions for today?
My bold prediction is 5 games and 6 kept flags.
Pretty good. What about you, Mr. Fritzy?
I don't know. It's not really bold, but I think Noah's Ark's gonna win. It's not really that bold, and I think they're probably gonna win it in 4 games.
Yeah, I see it going to 5, and I actually see Circular Logic pulling it out. I think they've been hungering for it all season to get something going right, and their payoff with a chance to take down a Buperball, I think they've got a good shot at it. If all 4 of their players, now that they've had time, they've made it through playoffs, they've fought their way up, like they've got to have some chemistry at this point, and the talent level overall, like they don't have a weak ball playing. Even if they sub someone in, they don't have a weak player at all. I think that's going to be really tough for another team to beat. But I think it'll be really close.
Do you actually know? Do you know what the servers are? Because
Circuit Logic is west. I wouldn't be surprised to see a sphere all the way across, just like the Buperball yesterday. But there might be. Nah, I think they're pretty much going to be split. I don't think it would benefit them to do a.
Circuit Logic is center.
Yeah, I think they're mostly center players.
Yeah, we could see ping playing an issue. Hopefully not, but it is something you always have to be worried about when, especially in the finals, when you generally get teams from across the country.
Yeah, it's always. I think a lot has been made out of the server change this year. It's been an adjustment for a lot of players. The West Coast finally feeling like they're getting a little breathing room and able to not play with terrible ping. The East Coast is now getting a taste of what the West Coast has had for a long time.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Learning to play with 70, 80 ping all the time. I think it's been harder on the East Coast because they're having to adjust. I know me personally, one of my goals going into Season 5 after Season 4 was to start practicing and adjusting better, be ready to play on bad ping as opposed to primarily playing my home server. Just because, if you always play with like 30 ping, you go jump up by 50, it's a big change, and you can't do the same things.
Yeah, we might even see Circular Logic's depth come into play. If they have players who can, like more than 4 players with ping issues, they won't take as big of a hit as Noah's Ark might.
Yeah, they definitely have a ton of depth, and they could definitely put some serious work in on that. I think they'd feel pretty comfortable subbing in several players they have on their roster, even at the big stage. Looks like some chat predictions here. 3-1, 3-0 Circular Logic. I think that might be a little ambitious.
I think
Just a
just
little ambitious.
through the pure, somewhat random nature of the game, a sweep at this level of play is pretty uncommon.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty unlikely. I think
You
we'll see
think
some
it's
pretty crazy
uncommon?
stuff.
Have you seen last year's finals? They're all sweeps. The Super Bowl and the Buperball were sweeps last season.
I experienced the B Team finals last season.
Oh, I was on the other side of that. I didn't play though. They decided to play someone else over me.
Yeah, last year.
Though,
I think was A Team close? I think was A Team a sweep as well. I'm not really sure.
Don't know. Yeah, hopefully we see a more competitive game than last year's Buperball. Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
All right.
I think we definitely will. I think the biggest thing that you're going to look for is what team with their B lineup is going to be more aggressive and more able to control power-ups. If they can get momentum, I think momentum in tag pro is so huge. And if you're not able to secure that, and pups are a big part of that, the team that gets dominated on that is going to lose, I think, almost every time. If not, it's going to require a lot of work from certain players to make it out of there and not screw it up.
Yeah, Iron, especially a very defensive map. Power-ups can play a huge role in just getting the flag out of base. I've seen a lot of Tag Pro leads. I think in last night's A-Team final, it's like with one killer Tag Pro, you can get a cap off of that, and sometimes one cap is all it takes. So I think pups will definitely play a huge role.
Yeah, getting across that map, if those boosts aren't there, it can take a while. It's kind of plays in some ways, in my mind, a little bit like Boombox, a little less jukey, but I think like tag pros alone pretty much determine the Buperball in a lot of ways, and teams' ability to get those pups when they needed them. And so if you ignore them, or you get a team, if one team gets behind, loses counters on those, and gets kind of in a hole, it can be real hard to come back in a game. Luckily, you have this format where one game does not define the entire series, so you get a chance to reset and clear your brain and try and start over.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you might see some nerves or play a role for some of these people. Some of these players might be their first time in the finals of any sort, or could be their first playoff experience even. And you can never really understate how much nerves can play a role in this.
Actually, before we start, let me see something. That hype video was actually made by a opponent of Noah's Ark. It's definitely a really good, cool video. And the stats scene. Hold on. These team stats right here. These were made by FXU. So shout out to both of them for making those for me. You guys can continue. So the server is actually on Sphere. Looks like we both teams are in right now. Looks like we're about to start. So actually, Circular Logic is actually starting Red 5 over Hey Bunny. And
yeah, Red 5's been playing well,
on.
But that's a little bit of a blow to them if they're playing on Sphere. Hey Bunny must have some ping issues, but still. Hey Bunny, if you've played Centra, you've pubbed with Hey Bunny, and I think this is her first season playing competitive, but she definitely has some very serious defensive skills.
Yeah, Tinker Thomas definitely has I think has the top minutes for B team. So I believe Big Money was a free agent pickup.
Yeah, Big Money would join their team a little bit later. I think pretty early in the season. He was an early season pickup. Got time pretty much off the bat, but Tinker Thomas from the beginning.
Actually,
interesting. I don't know if Tanker is playing O or Big Money is playing D. I'm guessing Big Money and Red 5 are actually in the lockdown defense right here. Big Money has been around a long time. I know he can play both sides of the ball with a pretty intelligent decision making. But for offense, yeah, J-Bebe and Leet are going to be your two players to watch. They're going to be holding that flag and hold it for quite a while.
It's going to be Monster Leet, not J-Baby.
Yeah,
I think Monster's better than J-Baby.
Monster still has, not discounting their partners.
Actually, both the offense for Noah's Ark are actually both free agent pickups.
No, really? Wow, it's pretty nice. It shows, the teams that actually really use those free agent points aggressively and get the players they need. That's, something you're going to see going to winning today. Like either one, they're both going to be winners. But you can't. A lot of times people kind of joke about FA points not being that important, but if you get the right person and you're willing to spend, it's clearly worth it.
Yeah, and them being free agent pickups also might explain why they're playing at the B team level, because I think certainly they could both be playing A team on many other teams. So just being free agent pickups and getting less minutes would put them on B team.
Yeah, I know that Leet probably playing B team because he got there with them later, and he kind of a developing player. He reminds me a lot of my partner Skinny Chode back when he was first kind of developing into being a really good player. Just amazing mechanical skill, but just missing some of the awareness and like decision making that you need to be a top player. But I definitely see him, if he keeps going at it, as being one of those players that could dominate Novice League. And JBB just needs to be in minors.
We're actually waiting on Noah's Ark right now.
Only about 10 minutes behind schedule, which there have been worse.
Understandable.
Definitely. So what do you guys think about majors is shrinking down for next season? It'd be interesting to see what the face of Novice looks like going into, I guess, season 6. So there's going to be a lot of people dumped down. It's going to be an extremely competitive league.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, if I remember correctly, there's going to be another league created below Novice. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Because I'd imagine, with just shrinking majors and minors, you're going to get a lot of minors players from this season falling down to Novice. And then maybe some actual true Novice players, new to the game, new to competitive, will be playing in this new league. So I think that'll be interesting to see how that plays out with, the talent falling down, but also the new league of mostly new players, but also probably going to be some returning players as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I know they're still working out all the details, but with that shrinks minors down. That dumps a lot of players into what would have been Novice. I'm sure you'll see some people leaving out of frustration, but then you'll have. I mean, there's always a new crop of good players. But that, what would be B team would just be completely stacked again, and I don't even know. It's going to be kind of Wild West. I think you're going to see some very OP teams that kind of sneak through.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we saw it this season in the NLTP tournament, in which a Novice League A team actually beat a Majors team. Albeit, I mean, it was the worst Majors team by record, but still, I think, this Novice is going to get better, even. I think it might be interesting to see how, comparably, the Novice, the quality of play in Novice gets taken up a notch.
Yeah, I think at that point it's basically like playing minors. There's a lot of teams that I think could have competed at a minors level and done well in Novice just this season, in all honesty. The skill gap that often gets talked about, I think it's kind of revered in majors from some of the top teams that, they're just so much better, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they are, but the shrinking for me, I don't know if it's a popular opinion, but I think it actually hurts the league in a longer term ratio. I get the idea going into Tag Pro next that you kind of want to really highlight the best play, but you're going to get you're not developing people if they're not getting to play against those best players. You're not going to have that next generation of great players just by shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. It does make it more elite, but it will force that skill gap a little bit worse. But we saw that this season, like the Western Conference. It was voted that way, but I think it also I think it just actually was just a little stronger than the East for once. And a lot of that is just there's so many Western Coast players that never would get a chance based on the server layouts and all these things through various years meant they were a lot of great players staying down and not going up to minors and getting developed. It's part of why I developed the team that I did for Cream with BC, because I knew there was an option to just crush. So
yeah, definitely. I think also it'll be interesting. I think something that's often talked about with this new format. Oh, I think we're actually heading underway. Only a little bit late.
Oh, amazing. Time to play some Tag Pro.
Alright, and we're going to start out. Felt switching, actually don't know which team is on which side, but 2 rolling bombs in a Tag Pro. Looks like Circular Logic is going to have that Tag Pro, so they'll have the initial power-up advantage.
Let's see if they can make anything out of it. Tag pros are huge on this map, I can personally attest.
JB with that rolling bomb looking to get out of base. Bomb's red 5 away. Tanker Thomas gets in front though. Big money out past a few. Small Town Ball gets ahead.
Oh my. That move from JBB to get away. That was a potentially sticky situation.
Definitely game awareness is huge. Just knowing when you need to stay alive and risk a retreat back to base sometimes, but in order to prevent a cap.
I like what he did there. Big Money's still alive. Just waiting
Dancing
for
around those
time.
mid
Great
spikes.
carry. Not sure about Red 5's waiting on that boost there to snipe opponent. He just put himself way behind the play. Lead though.
Alright, these are the first round of power ups. Top
Circular
advantage going to go to Circular Logic again. Bad spike from a lead there. May have been ping related. Seemed very unforced.
Go.
Laying down a nice block for big money. K-Berry goes for
nice
the kiss. Both FCs boosting out top. Might have a reset, actually full reset here. Both flag carriers getting returned without regrab. So far seems to be a hold dominated game.
You know, once you get out of base on this map, there's going to be a good amount of holding if the flag carriers know what they're doing. But the question is, can you get out of base consistently and set up good opportunities for your teammates?
Big money. Oh, gets sniped by Small Town.
Yeah, Small Town making that was clutch.
Another round of power ups coming up here.
They get 3 out of 3.
2 rolling bombs
One
defused
tag
though,
row.
unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, but you get that tag row. Unfortunately, it's on defense. Tanker doesn't quite know whether to go with it or what.
Looks like he's trying to be a little aggressive with it. But Big Money and Lead can't get the flag out of base.
Yeah, if
Opponent
you can't get
Small
flag out
Town.
of base, just no point. Good job from opponent Small Town Ball, though. I'm sure they were aware of the situation.
Definitely. Monster boosting in. Maybe looking for a gate.
Trying to set something up. Ooh,
Big Money
Money's
out past 3. Opponent maybe ahead with that boost. Ooh, Tanker Thomas. Not a great boost. Spikes himself, although flag is still in base. Big Money doubles back. Has 4 to beat now.
Big Money making some moves.
Lead taking it out now. Might go for a power up. Looks like he will. Guess the juice loses the flag.
Oh, Small Town Ball though picks up that tag pro mid. So tag pros to both teams, but now we're gonna see the reverse here. Small Town Ball gonna keep it on defense. Gonna kiss it. That's a good call from him. Oh, Monster.
A good chance.
Oh, misses the boost, but so does Big Money. Just lead ahead. Oh, but gets slowed down too much. Seems like nerves are definitely coming into play right now a little bit. People not quite on point with their snipes, not quite on point with where they want to be with the flag or the ball.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something to always factor in. I mean, in any game really, but postseason games especially. JB has 3 to beat.
Got a free walk all the way to base though. Nobody even came out to challenge him for a reset. Red 5 coming after him, but Monster's just going to beat him.
Going for pups here is dangerous.
Yeah,
Lee has to hit this.
Oh my gosh, Lee with a great
dangerous.
Grab.
But
if he didn't
pulls
hit
it
that,
off.
though, that was a cap for sure.
And now he's past 4 actually.
4. Oh my.
Actually, great rolling bomb usage by Small Town to get Monster away from the chasers.
Red 5's going to protect Leet and hope that Tanker can get a solo return. Good luck on Monster in open field iron, but oh my goodness, he does it.
Gets it.
That's a lot of faith, but worth. Let's see if Circular Logic can force a reset here. Oh, they can. Big Money coming in past 2 point something. Can't sneak around J-Bay.
Lead will be out past at least 1. See if you can use these boosts. or at least
Yeah.
fake them to get past another.
Oh, nope. Big Money was trying to figure out how to use that boost to help his teammate out, knowing power-ups are coming up. So many decision points to be made there.
2 juke juices for the arc, and a tag pro for Circular Logic. Again, keeping it on defense.
Yeah, oh, there's a good chance Leeds is going to be out. He's got 2 juke juice chases him.
He got out
my
past
gosh,
those same
he's alive.
juices, though.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least he died. He died in his own base, killed
Definitely.
his power-ups, and set up a regrab train. So that's all pretty good.
Nice midfield blocks. Can't really make anything of it, though. Big Money, nice move around opponent in Small Town.
Big Money is really playing well right now.
I have to say, Circular Logic seems to have control of this game. It's a 0-0 game, but Circular Logic have had the flag out of base for, it seems like, almost the entire game, minus that one stint of lockdown prevent.
Yeah, they also seem to have a good game plan where they're making sure to wait for regrab. At the same time, they're doing a good job of getting power-ups and communicating. That was an unfortunate spawn for them, though. And 3 tag pros spawn this round. Oh my, that's dangerous. Tanker needs to get free. Oh no!
Oh, that tag pro kiss boosted him into the spike.
Well, it's like you said, tag pros are going to make the difference there. And once they started impacting the flag carriers and the chasers, caps happen. They were all on defense previously, and I would have liked to have seen them go a little more offensive, or at least do more. And
yeah,
that time they certainly did.
Yeah, those tag pros, I mean, you always talk about them being huge, and then they are.
Yeah, no, they're game deciders. I mean, this could easily be a 1-0 game just based on that tag pro. And Leeds got a chance to tie it up, though. He's past 2. There's a block. There's a tag pro in base. See, that's timely. Tanker's got his protection.
Moss looking to bomb out.
Moss is gonna get out, though.
Nice move.
Another tag pro, though. Big Money picks up
enough.
mid-late. It's gonna save Leeds. Kill everybody. I think they almost could have just gone for protection there, though. And Leeds gonna kiss in base. I mean,
I imagine his thinking was there is that they had no regrab set up, but the problem is that they were all spawning on top of.
Yeah, but they'd all just died. Yeah, it's gonna be really difficult to get back out, and you're down 1 with 2 minutes to go. That seems like a little bit of a loose kiss in my opinion. The double kill.
Excellent play.
The efficiency of the defense, unfortunately, is creating more problems for their offense to get out of base. Red 5, nice boost to get that pup. He knew exactly when that was coming up. Or he's incredibly lucky. Leet with a nice move.
Leet with a stutter step on Small Town. Coming
He's
in.
He's got a chance if he hit that wall. Oh, he just missed it. He didn't cut it tight enough to get the bounce in. Also going to be free. Big Money picking up that mid-pup again. I'm surprised Big Money did not take the kiss there. Knew he was going down anyway. Tanker with a shot. Nope, another kiss.
And I think Noah's Ark will be happy with the kisses, just wasting time, kind of.
Yeah, they just need 1 cap. If they can just maintain that, they're going to win game 1.
Good positioning from Red 5 there.
Their defense doing a fairly solid job. They've been gotten out on a few times, but the OD's held up.
Yeah, the FC has never been so far ahead of the defense that it's been like a true 2v2 or anything on offensive defense. And the offensive defense has also held up quite excellently.
Actually, right here, Tanker Thomas has a tag pro. The other offense is dead, and he's still staying back.
Oh, Big Money!
Alright, he has a chance to make some room. Instead, he's going for regrab? The decision-making there was pretty weak there from Tanker. He should have gone ahead with the initiative and just gone forward, I think. Tanker with a great boost, but there's a tag pro in his own base. It's going to take a pretty strange set of events. Yeah, it's for that to work out in his favor.
Lead is ahead of 2, 9 seconds left. This will be the last chance.
Seconds?
Maybe could have gone gate.
Maybe.
Might have it though.
Oh no, J-Baby is there.
cut off the angle
Wow,
just
so
barely.
Arc is just winning a tight one. 1-0. Wow. I'm gonna attribute that one down to just some small game awareness mistakes by Circular Logic, where they just were afraid to get risky for the biscuit, playing a little bit hesitant and nervous going into the first game.
Yeah, we'll see if they might loosen up after this one, kind of get back into the flow of things. Definitely the first game of the series can be a tough one to just kind of, get into that mentality of being alert and aware, but also like calm and collected.
Yeah, the first game, everybody doesn't want to make a mistake. Nobody wants to do anything dumb, but you've got to remember to play your game. And players like Leet, they're explosive, so they just need to kind of go after it, put the defense on notice, and let them know you're not gonna change your game based on it being on a big series like this. Just because everyone's watching and what's going on, you still got to go out there and make plays. I know that our team started out a little slow because everyone was a little, oh, I don't want to grab too much, or I don't want to do this, or double flaccid, give up a cap. No, you got to go in there and play. And so you just got to come out and play Tag Pro, treat it like any other game.
And imagine there might be some strategy talks at this point. Certainly, Circular Logic having 2 or maybe even 3 tag pros and electing to keep them on defense. As you were mentioning throughout the game, I think they'd be wise to take those on offense, or at least maybe to a midfield and just help out a little bit. Because
yeah,
while
they were
preventing
definitely
grabs,
cheating up, but they weren't doing what they needed to do to get out of base. They
Yeah.
can create a lot of havoc just through killing people. And if you're going midfield with that tag pro, like, kind of can chase down anybody who's trying to come attack your offense anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and get over there, or make a quick flaccid grab and send that guy back. There's even a green gate to spike yourself if you want to just flip out. But yeah, I think keeping those on defense on a defensive-oriented map is just a little bit unnecessary most of the time. You need to feel comfortable going over there and trying to get a grab. That said, though, there's a lot to be said for D players playing D and O players playing O. You've got partners and trust and all that stuff. You've worked so far to get chemistry. Changing that up can't be tough.
Yeah, I think Iron is a small enough map that you really don't have to be too concerned about the time it takes to get across the map as an offensive or defensive player. Other maps like Geo Koala, for example, like if you're already in the offensive base as a defensive player, you might as well stay there. At least try to take a grab or flaccid and set up a handoff or something.
Mm-hmm.
But Iron, you can pretty much get across map in a couple seconds with those boosts.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're on the offense, you've got a defensive tag pro, then you got to take that initiative to make that grab. Be aggressive, go. Even if it's flaccid, even if it's a double flaccid, that's the one time it's kind of okay, because that you've got maybe 15 seconds of pretty much you ought to have green time where you're not worried about what you do. You just want to make something happen. But I think everybody's just got the key gloves. They're going to come off now, and you're going to see some players make some moves. Good holds though, big money. Definitely doing a great job with the flag. He was holding and holding and holding. I'd look around, watch something else, and be like, no, Big Money still has the damn flag. And he's past 2 yet again. Just needs to secure a little more blocks on the base. I think they've got a good mix of patience and aggression when they're out. It's just getting out when those resets happen. And they're going to happen on Iron. So you got to know how to grab.
Yeah, and I think you might see, hopefully, Circular Logic will be able to see more offensive advantages in their favor with with offensive defense and whatnot. I think there was maybe only once in which it was a 2-on-2. So they're doing a good job of getting out of base and getting hold, but haven't really been able to capitalize.
Yeah, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. So it looks like you got the same lineup for Art going into this, but it looks like Circular Logic has made some changes and has put Hey Bunny and Oddball 7 back in on defense. I think that's going to make a difference. As long as their ping holds up and they can play all right. I don't, depending on their ping, I don't know if they're an upgrade or not from Red 5 and Tinker Thomas, but I know that they have really good decision making. So maybe you won't see so much hesitation, and these guys can kind of step up and make some plays for their team. I know both of them are comfortable going over there with a tag bro and like helping get a grab and doing stuff like that. So much more veteran players.
All right, this game is about to get underway. Second game, Noah's Ark winning the first game 1-0. If Noah's Ark can win this, they'll have a huge advantage in the series.
Yeah, Circular Logic needs a win. You don't want to be down 2-0 in the Buperball here going into it. And they're going to start with another tag bro, which is pretty huge.
And imagine
we'll see do anything with it this time.
Imagine we'll see it taken on O. If they've heard your words. Oddball winning the mid juice as well, so.
Leet can get the boost, not get a free tag out of it. That's a shame. You kind of like having somebody dead and getting that quick grab.
And Leet's going to lead Oddball out of base, possibly beyond. Opponent killer snipe. Double kill, actually, gets Leet into the spike as well as Oddball.
Yeah, that was a huge play from opponent. That was clutch. JB hanging back and let the defense reset. Big money with a grab, Leet with a block. There's a bomb for him to play with. Oh, he bombs himself right into a defender. I think that's a situation he might have just wanted to hide behind that, bounce him out, and then reestablish a block to get out of base. Let the chaos do some work for you.
Mouse looking for a backboard in from that top boost.
Hey Bunny. Get it. Nice contain from Hey Bunny Oddball right here.
Oh, you have timeout called. Flags are reset.
JB gets the grab, but there's it looks like we had a timeout.
After timeout was called, I believe.
Yeah, must have been. I'm hoping it is because everybody's standing around.
Yep, Leet left the game, lagged out. It seems like, and timeout was called. Monster was returned, and then which would end it, but JB grabbed afterwards.
Yeah, too bad for JB. He had a great grab, and the Circular Logic was going to give a nice tag, bro.
Yeah, maybe Sphere might be having some issues, from what it seems. Looks like no lineup changes. Leet's going right back in, so.
Yeah, it could just been temporary, who knows.
Hopefully we won't have server issues interfere with the play.
You know, it could have been just like Skinny Chad and realized that his Jimmy John's or pizza's at the door. And they're like, hey guys, call time. You know, I gotta get this pizza. It's important.
Was that a thing that happened?
not in any playoff games. But,
okay.
And I don't think he ever told us what he was doing during the game, but occasionally. Oh, guys, hold up. I might have to go in just a minute. What? We're playing a game. I know. Just call time. Okay. Don't worry about it. So what did you need that timeout for, Skinny? Was it for pizza? That or his mom was one of them. Come down for it. We did the game that Skinny did jump out us because his folks were yelling at him, come down to dinner, and he couldn't seem to get out of it. Ball tackled it admirably.
You're telling me that family obligations roll over Tag Pro?
Yeah, we were all flabbergasted.
Anyways, we're back underway here. Circular Logic with another power-up advantage off this restart.
Getting the gift. I don't. Oh, maybe that was the other team there. A decent spawn from mid. For opponent or monster to get that rolling bomb. But Leet's kind of attack pro, and that's what matters.
Interesting choice from Monster there. I know I've seen a lot of players with winning a rolling bomb mid to just go straight bike so they can at least keep the rolling bomb.
Oh, Big Knee can't quite get there for Leet. Leet's up against the JJ. Oh, who's close
Almost.
to getting it? Close. Ambitious to say the least, but I like him going for the gusto there. Hey Bunny gonna take advantage of that. But Hey Bunny's not going to full around. Monster though with a chance if Hey Bunny misses. Hey Bunny does not miss.
Big money waiting on that bomb. Lead as well. Lead could be out.
Ooh, Leet's got to move.
Some nice moves. Small Town cuts down on the angle. Big Money waiting on that boost, possibly waiting on regrab. Opponent in Small Town seems to be perfectly content, just waiting for Big Money to boost. They're going to let him set up regrab without any fight. Ooh, looks like Big Money may have been trying to boost down through that gate. It's a strategy I first saw attempted actually last night during the Buperball, but it looks like he missed the boost. J-Bay with an excellent bomb out of base.
Oh, those are
boost across top.
That's a pro bomb. Oh, he boosts right into his helper, but unfortunately it was too much of a clusterfuck there. Monster with a great boost. He's going to best too. Oh my. But he's got 3 OD to beat. Oh, Small Town Ball tries to help him out. Doesn't quite get it.
Very aggressive boost block.
I liked it, but Jamie Bay with the solo grab gonna get shut down. He's gonna learn that that's a mistake against the ball. Hey Bunny.
Big Money gets out with pass 2, maybe 3.
He's gotta sneak it. He's sneaking it.
Ooh.
Can he get a gate? Gate's not,
Backs away.
Held. Good weight though.
Don't think he was gonna get that. Probably a wise choice.
Oh
Ooh,
my
Small
gosh,
Town.
Small Town Ball just
Nowhere.
being aggressive for that reset. Oh, look at him. He's just hitting everything he can here. Lead's gonna make him pay for that. Oh my gosh, Lead. Monster though has that tag pro in base. Lead's gonna have to blow that. Hey Bunny needs to. Hey Bunny, there probably wasn't a good scenario there to sacrifice, but